Haven't actually started anything we haven't done last time.
Okay. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
You're good, yeah.
Welcome back to Talos Principle, Road to Gehenna. Tonight we dine in hell.
There are
And
no kittens.
yeah,
Yeah.
and robots are on the menu.
Yeah, there's no robot petting kittens here, unfortunately.
Aww.
Oh.
There's no hugging the bunnies. There's no painting the landscape.
Mhm.
It's nothing
There is
but
an elf.
pain. Is there an elf?
There is an elf.
I remember I saw a leg. I saw a leprechaun leg.
Or
A leprechaun.
right?
A legrecon, if you will.
I do not. Thank you very much, sir.
Look, I'm trying here, okay? Meet me in the middle! But yeah, it's another one of those nights with a real crew. It's just jumping around on fans and playing with lasers and getting in all kinds of trouble.
As he is wont to do.
Indeed.
Doesn't
As
push
you just
me up
want.
at- this fan doesn't push me up at all, even if I stand on it.
That's weird.
You're too aerodynamic.
Yeah.
The cubes and spheres of the things you're fighting aren't, though.
Just give me 1 sec. Be right back.
Figure out some clever way.
Use that big Rue brain of yours. Alright, who's here? We got hello Drakon, hello Just Boxer, hello Frederick, and hello Riku.
Indeed.
That didn't work. On the other side.
Riku, don't. Oh, whoa. 350, fine.
Do not awoo, do not pesco, do not collect $200.
Yeah. God. How is there not furry monopoly?
I
We're not good enough.
mean,
Is there furry monopoly? Is that a thing?
I don't know. I know there's an MLP monopoly.
Of course there is.
I know there's Zelda Monopoly. It's the most important Zelda game out there.
Do not pass go. Do not collect 200 rupees.
Hearing collect the box. I don't know. I have a feeling that I cheesed it.
Nice job baking it, hero. How does socialist monopoly work? Does the do the earnings get redistributed? Is it just like heavy taxation? I need to know.
I know
Does-
there's
Does Uncle Moneybags look like Karl Marx? I really hope so. I really
there's
want
Animal
that.
Crossing Monopoly as well.
Yeah, I can see that.
Which that one's also kind of weird because it rewrites a lot of the rules of the game in order to be more like the video game.
No matter what, you owe Tom Nook money forever.
Mhm.
Your descendants will be paying him off. He can't be stopped.
And yet everybody always talks about how it's like actually it's a good system because it's a zero interest loan with no repayment period.
Well, yes. I mean, I don't know if I don't know how it would work in real life, but yeah, I mean, it functions.
I would think the only thing if you ever did something like that in real life would be kind of what it is in game. You cannot change your address.
Yeah.
And if you ever try to leave that dwelling, then you are a fugitive.
Yeah. That's how it feels. Go.
In the earlier games, you could say that literally you weren't allowed to leave that city at all. But later
Don't-
games, you can just kind of go wherever you want.
Don't go anywhere. They'll find you. He'll send his cute little kids to like hunt you down and make you sleep at the fishies.
Nephews, I believe.
Nephew. Okay, whatever. I don't pay attention.
Tom Nook, as far as we understand, Tom Nook is an incel.
That tracks.
You have to do that.
What was the game they borrowed the assets from? You said it was Serious Sam?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
And Serious Sam borrowed assets from their tossed aside Doom 3 prototype.
Wait, they were designing an actual Doom 3 game or
They were being outsourced to make a Doom 3. And then it didn't like it. And so they're just like, well, we have to release something in the next 3 months or our studio closes. So we're just going to reuse the stuff we have sitting around and make a very generic shooter game. And then sort of that...
And copy Resident Evil.
Did they?
That's my impression was anyway, when I saw it.
But they're very sort of... throwing caution to the wind attitude sort of gave Serious Sam a lot of its charm.
Oh wait, were we talking about Serious Sam 3 or Doom 3?
Serious Sam 3. Well,
Okay,
Serious
my
Sam. The original Serious Sam.
Okay, my bad then. I was talking about Doom 3. Okay.
Yeah, Doom 3 became... not great.
Yeah. Understatement of the year. Oh, the new one. Holy jeez, that's good. I gotta get it someday.
So, how's everybody in the chat tonight?
We have for the
Frankenstein.
Cool.
fan back here.
What's
Beep
that?
beep boop.
Oh.
Beep bop boop ba. Beep it out ba.
Jefferson Goldblum, episode 126.
Oh my god.
Hey folks, lots of crazy stuff happening here in Gehenna, but don't miss this new episode. Attached, episode 126. Sam, enjoyment equals true. Lamb, with all the strange stories going around lately, I'm glad to be reminded of the beauty of the world we've built here. Thank you for contributing to it. Kaiju, hey, I'm free, but I still check back regularly. I love this story. Yay for the dinosaurians. Lilith, this is very clever. I always thought that the events of episode 69 would affect the plot somehow down the line, but I was still surprised. Mac, thanks, Lilith. I've been waiting for this particular revelation for a long time. Mr. Mulciber, excellent. 401. You know, this is nowhere near as deep as the blacksmith work, or as weird as Belial's, but I keep reading. Frankenstein. I'm not sure dinosaurians would wear armored t-shirts. 4 out of 10. Knave, it's just a story, Frankenstein. The point is to have fun. Admin, keep up the good work, Mac. Mac. Whoa! Thank you, Admin! I'm really honored that you read my story.
Tyron now wear armored t-shirts.
The Adventures of Jefferson Goldblum in Human World, episode 126. Reality blurred. Tiny blue symbols floated through the air. Voices echoed in the distance. Then a vast landscape rose up before them. Thousands of towers, one next to the other, reaching into the sky, disappearing in the clouds. Each tower was covered in feathers of a different color, fluttering in the transdimensional wind. "Oh my," Jenny HD whispered in awe. Jefferson could not speak. He was too overwhelmed by the beauty of the ninth dimension. He grabbed his guitar and improvised a new solo to express his emotions. "Who could have built these amazing structures?" Jenny asked. "There is only one possibility. Remember our paleo-DNA research back at the Institute? You can't mean! But it makes sense! Of course! Yes, look at the size of the buildings. Who would need so much space? So it is! The Dinosaurians!" As if summoned by Jenny's words, a group of raptors on motorcycles roared up the road towards them. They wore bandanas on their heads and armored t-shirts on their bodies. "Friends," Jefferson said, "we have come from the human world to help you. We are not your enemies." But the raptors did not seem to understand him. They got off their motorcycles with rusty pipes in their hands, their eyes glowing like lasers. The situation could quickly become dangerous. Then Jenny had an idea. "Jefferson, play the ninth chord!" But that was how this dimension was created. Playing it here could destroy the universe. "No, Jefferson, I calculated it. Please, trust me. I know you haven't seen me in years, and you may be afraid that evil Dr. Alien has corrupted me, but you know my brain." They were coming closer now, and in their glowing eyes Jefferson detected great intelligence, but also great anger. They clearly believed they were defending their home from invaders. And though Jefferson was the greatest warrior in history, he was reluctant to fight. Violence, he had been taught, was the first refuge of the incompetent. "I trust you," he said. She held his hand. Together, they played the ninth chord. To be continued.
Who's right? Think about this.
Okay, Kaiju, I can't confirm most of what Uriel says, but I can say for sure that I am now no longer imprisoned. In fact, there are quite a few of us out here now. Mr. Multiver, who exactly is with you? We're trying to gather exactly what's going on. Kaiju, I can see Sam, Garrett, Belial, and Frankenstein. Frankenstein. That's Frankenstein, thank you. Sam, imprisonment equals false. Ascension equals false. Research project, help needed. Mr. Mulciber, as you all know, I have a great fascination with our history and psychological makeup. As part of my ongoing program to document my findings, I am seeking volunteers to take part in a brief interactive research initiative. It is designed to better understand individual and group decision-making with a series of community-driven tests. Attached, pd.dlg. Knave. Is this a game or is it work? Mr. Mulciber. Both. Have fun, challenge your friends, and help our projects at the same time. There might even be a prize for high scores. Welcome to Prisoner's Dilemma. Would you like to play a game? Prisoner's Dilemma is an ancient game with many variations, referenced frequently in the library archive. In this version, you will be matched with a series of opponents, and your objective is to avoid receiving demerits by cooperating with or outwitting them. Your first 5 rounds will count towards your leaderboard score. Prize for scores of 9 demerits or fewer. Kaiju. GLHF. You have my gratitude, and I bid you good fortune and kind. Smiley face. Loading 1-round match. Done. In this single match, you will choose whether to cooperate with or betray your opponent. Your decision will then be revealed and demerits assigned according to the following functions. Both players betray one another, 2 demerits each. A cooperative player is betrayed by the other. Cooperator receives 3 demerits. Both players cooperate, both receive 1 demerit. Please make your decision now. I'm gonna betray everybody. You have received 2 demerits, your opponent received 2 demerits. The match was a draw. Re-enter matchmaking? Yes. With dog. I'm not really sure how this game works, but I will cooperate if you do. This is my poker face. I'm not convinced you have any other expressions. Betray. You have received 2 demerits, your opponent received 2 demerits. Match was a draw. Ha! You saw through me, GG. This game mode is stupid, IMHO. People are always selfish if there's no comeback. No real tactics. He's right, you know. There's not really any incentive to cooperate.
That's why $0 games in poker never work.
Yeah. 3-round match. You like to play the game? Sure.
Everybody plays these kind of games.
Now look, if we work together on this, we can both climb the leaderboards together. A gesture of good faith, I am really going to cooperate with you this time. It's not goodwill, it's self-interest. Feel free to betray me if you really want to, but I suggest we cut your losses and move forward, because I can't very well continue to cooperate with someone who behaves unreasonably, and then we both lose in the wrong one. Okay, so this is a 3-round one. This is different. So then I click cooperate. If he betrays me, then I click betray both other times.
Yeah.
Problem is with the last round. See, the last round is a problem because there's no incentive to cooperate in this one, since the game ends after it. So it's betray. Yep. Dog. And so it goes. Once the game's up, there's not much to gain by continuing to cooperate, is there? See ya. Yeah, I've played enough rounds to qualify for the leaderboard. Garrett 8, 9, plus 9, Dog 9, Orc 9, Belial 10, Rockwell 10, Knave 11, Kaiju 12, Mac 12, Sam 15, your score 8. You are in first position. Congratulations for performing above average in this program. Your profile status has increased from 4 to 5. You have received 1 thread creation token. This will be available to you next time you log in.
Rick's going evil, people.
Going pragmatic.
Yeah. He's maximizing his utility function.
Frederick, I did not get the +1 status from the museum vote. What happened to the others? Knave, there are some people who haven't posted in a really long time. They also don't respond to private messages. Qdri, Nelson, Coffee Cup, did I accidentally offend you? Frankenstein. Galatia hasn't posted in a while either. Neither has Asmodeus. Asmodeus still votes for stuff, though. Rockwell. Same goes for Ravistar and Simpletsky. They mentioned some kind of strange distortion in their last post. Lamb. I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. They're probably just busy catching up with all the cool new stuff everyone's... Tell me more about the nature of this distortion. They said it was like objects had lost their surfaces, like they consisted only of pure shapes. I think they were seeing something Elohim wants to keep hidden from all. The real truth about this world. Dog. I think it all broke down and they're dead. Rockwell. There's more to it than that. The world doesn't just break down on its own. Garrett. Yeah, it does. It's called time.
Gotta love all the chatter.
Get one more option. Pretty sure I jumped up. But then again, I'm also pretty sure that it's been. Also.
Hello, right?
Bring.
Oh, hey, Ray.
Hello, Ray.
Hey. So this isn't the same game, right?
Well, it's the same game. It's a DLC. It's like a side quest.
Yeah.
In this quest takes place in a very, very compressed time span between the issuing of the shutdown command and the actual shutdown system. But because of subjective system time, it seems like it's a much longer quest. You're playing the program Uriel, who God enlists to correct his mistakes by saving the robots.
I see.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. And hell is a bulletin board system.
I mean, yeah.
But yeah, basically, it seems like it's more of the same kinds of puzzles. And some of the same regions.
Nothing wrong with getting a little bit more of the good stuff.
Yeah. Indeed. Yep.
Want it.
He
He wants it.
It taunts you. It tasks you. You must have it. No.
Grab the book.
I feel like I should be coming up with banter, but I don't actually have anything at the moment. Somebody say something!
Play Stoker is always nice to have here because he will never shut up, and we love him for it.
Yeah.
At least we have our video game witty comments.
Okay, maybe
Joker will never beat us at that.
Fredericks is wondering what they'll do for Talos Principle 2. Did they? I guess they
Is there
did
gonna
say
be one?
Talos Principle 2, didn't they? I remember hearing about this.
Crow Team says Talos Principle 2 is quote unquote definitely still happening. That was last year.
Yeah.
They say the wheels
Wait,
will
when
start.
you say last year, Jonas, do you mean 2020?
So, yeah, you're right. September 2020. Yes.
Yeah.
So, 16 months ago. They say the wheels will start turning in earnest once Serious Sam 4 is wrapped up. So there you go.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what to say. Go ahead.
Kinda wish it would be literally just an open world game where you are the robot now exploring the ruins of the world, and maybe there's a bit less structured narrative to it, and it is more just you kind of discovering stuff and sort of I don't know, maybe there's something where you're led to think there was like some survivors or somebody who held out and you're trying to find them,
I can see it.
and then you get to the end of the game and nope, they were all dead.
Oh, okay. Just a cheerful little upbeat ending there.
Terminator 2 Judgment
They're all
Day
dead,
opening.
and also it was Ganon the whole time.
Oh.
And then one of the robots crushed the skulls of humans.
Oh, great. So we're doing the Terminator opening.
Yes.
The robots can't always be evil.
No.
I mean- They have to be nice at some point. Fine. Okay, the robots are evil. Very well.
Remember, they're only evil because we made them evil.
Exactly. They're only a reflection of our own of what is dark in our own humanity. Oh, the twist.
Mm-hmm. Just like zombies. When you think about it, that's pretty much what the horror is all about.
They're gonna-
Just look into the dark side of humanity. Yeah, that is what horror is.
Yeah. You know, if they were going to make...
However-
Aha! I knew it.
Nice! Get that star.
Queso.
However, the thing about it, though, you're supposed to have fun with it. You're not supposed to be taking it seriously. Yes, it's scary, but it's fun. I mean, why do people still root for Jason and Freddy sometimes?
Because they're monsters. We just
Yeah.
established this.
Yeah!
You know, out of those two, I would probably root for Jason slightly more because Freddy's kind of corny. You
Oh, I
know, like in the later movies where he's like using the power glove and stuff. It's like, okay, you know what? You need to die.
Gee, I read that people actually liked that at first. It's just they got over. It's just like, well, they did too much now. That's really what it is.
I don't mind a few quips and puns, but I mean, you know,
Because
That was
Robert
just
Englund was
odd.
actually good at it. He was cringy good, and he knew how to do it.
he was menacing in like the first few movies. I don't
Yeah.
know. I guess when you
Back and get
when you do that role like 5, 6, 7 times, I guess after a point you just get a little silly.
Well, I mean, that was the
You
problem
gotta
with horror
keep it
movies back
entertaining for
then.
yourself.
Yeah.
That was the problem with horror movies back then. They got too generic, and they figured, people are getting tired. We got to shake it up a bit.
Apparently they wanted to do a crossover with like Hellraiser. Like Pinhead was supposed to make a cameo at the end of Jason versus Freddy. But it never came to fruition, probably because of too much rights issues.
Speaking of which, if I remember correctly back then, I have to read about Orpheus, but there was back before the whole Marvel Universe thing happened, they were trying to do something like that with horror back then, like get all the favorite slashers into one universe and just beat the shit out of each other or something.
I'm okay with that. I mean, that sounds like a good time.
And the thing was, despite what the critics said about Freddy versus Jason, the fans loved it. It was hilarious. It was good. It was like going to a WWF match. Let's be honest, and just seeing them two beat the shit out of each other, and people loved it.
Yeah, I can see that, sure.
Yeah. I mean, everybody in the theater when I went to watch it, when Freddy kicked Jason in the nuts and he hurt his own foot, they just couldn't stop roaring after that.
What's the name of that one game that's like Smash Bros. But with all the 80s horror monsters?
It's
I know this is a thing. I've seen it.
Oh,
It's-
the Survivor game?
I don't
No,
know, maybe.
Dead by Daylight.
Is it Dead by Daylight? Okay.
Dead by Daylight. It's not exactly a fighting game, but it's an asymmetrical horror hide
Right.
and seek game. Yeah. That's why I said to Stoker, you might like it, but then the NFTs, they had to go start talking about that. And I'm like, yeah, that sucks.
Hey, I finally got a star.
Yay.
Yeah.
Dark yet.
Although they're bringing back Pinhead's voice.
You got a
so
star.
that's something I know Stoker will be ecstatic about.
Okay.
But still,
back.
the NFTs. And you know what? I don't want to get into this too much, but I mean, I'm hearing a lot of people talk about the NFTs.
I know
and
not
how-
whether laws be right or whether laws be wrong. All that we know who lie in jail is that the wall is strong, and that each day is like a year whose days are long. Reading jails.
Oh.
Oh, thanks for the subscription, Warbird.
Thank you, Warbird.
Ah, thanks so much.
Well,
Whoosh.
to answer your question there, Warbird, I read House Pets, and I love it. I read it at this time of night. That's why I'm here every night.
Mhm.
So, and I work a late job too, so it works out for me in the end. Although I don't have to do it anymore,
Haircut.
I just pretty much enjoyed it now.
Haircut?
Name of
was that?
this level.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
speaking of which,
Yeah. Ba-bum.
somebody needs a haircut. Ugh.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's getting a little fluffy.
Yeah. It's a bit of a scare down here right now after the COVID broke out from the theater down here. It was scary,
Mm,
so we're a little cautious down here.
yeah. I gave myself
He's
about
up there.
nice.
At
I gave myself about 4 or 5 buzz cuts in isolation.
I even humored my parents. I said, you know what? Since we're all together, why don't you have fun? Just shave me bald. I don't care. And they're like, no, we're not doing that.
I cut it close, like I used like a number 2, but I don't think I could. I don't think I could go bald. I think that might be a bit much.
Yeah. It was something I wanted to humor them, but yeah. I knew they were going to say no, though.
Good times.
But yeah, like I was saying earlier, a lot of video game companies are unfortunately getting into the whole NFT thing, and I'm like, I hope this dies down fast. I hope they learn that this is not the future of video games.
Yeah.
It's not going to die until a lot of people lose money at it.
Yeah. Well, that's actually one of the reasons why I stopped playing Dead by Daylight, to be honest. But yeah, well,
Even
I'm like,
then, it's not going to stop because then you're just going to have more scammers claim that it's still a good thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Square did it
Blue
recently.
source right there. I have not yet seen.
I honestly do not expect that it would ever completely stop until we had a world where there was nobody who tried to steal money. Like, it's never going to.
It's never going
It's
to.
why
No.
phishing schemes still exist, right?
Yeah.
Everybody
Mhm.
knows what a phishing scheme is now. They've been around for 40 years, 30 years, ever since email was invented. And yet, they're still here. And they're never
Yeah.
going away.
PewDiePie needs your help. Send him a gift card of $50, and he will invite you to his next stream.
My moment has finally come.
Yeah. Here's my thing. I actually don't hate NFTs as much as I hate random crypto coins.
Yeah.
Because it's like NFTs are only going to fool the people who are already dumbasses already, and then they're going to lose money, and they're going to learn their lesson and move on.
Okay.
You're putting a lot of faith in people.
Well, maybe they don't learn their lesson, but at the very least, they can't necessarily harm anybody else. Crypto is literally going to burn the planet like a fucking coal plant. That's the one that is just like, nope. As soon as you start affecting everybody around you, that's a problem.
Yeah. That's weird.
It's raining energy. Yes, Frederick. I think I seen it the other day. Castlevania got into the NFT music thing lately, and I'm like, okay. Next thing is, I say, well, first Square, then Konami. I'm pretty sure Capcom's in on it. When's Nintendo going to get into that? I was like, nah.
I don't think Nintendo will get onto it for one reason. They can't make it easy.
I hope you're right about that.
They also can't claim to have been the ones who invented it.
Yeah, that too.
Mhm. Capcom also, another interesting thing I'd like to mention about it is that they're hiring people for creative content, and like Capcom over the years I realize is I know they like to wear you out with content, like they just want to make stuff constantly, but it seems like more over the years I'm starting to feel like they're more of a like a high-profile art company, video game company. They love to do the art, but they just like they'll work your butt off for it.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to think that's what I think I'm starting to understand Capcom's mentality over the years. Their so-called business model since the 90s. And people are saying that they don't make Mega Man, but it turns out that they're actually making a lot of Mega Man overseas. I didn't realize this. Through online card games and stuff like that. Caught me by surprise. And online, online like puzzle games. I guess they just finally realized that it's not hot down here for Mega Man, unfortunately. It's all
Really?
Resident Evil. Yeah, I mean, Mega Man 11 was one of the earlier
It's
signs.
not
Like that.
incredibly popular in the West.
That's too bad. Mega Man's awesome.
It is. I mean, like I said, when they made that cartoon back then, their only problem was that there was no Dr. Wily in it. And I said, how can you put...
Wait, there was no Dr.
cartoon?
Wily in the...
The cartoon, no. They,
Which cartoon?
Are you talking about the Ruby
Uh,
Spears one?
No, Short Circuit.
Short
Let's see here. Mega Man.
You might need to link us.
Yes, I'll link it to you in a second.
I remember,
Short Circuits is not a cartoon. It was Archie Comics.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I remember the one with
Fully Charged, that's what it is. Sorry.
Holy shit, okay.
There we
I never read the comics. I will admit. I remember the one with Goku's voice as Mega Man, and that one definitely had a Dr. Wily.
That was
Oh,
Ruby
that's Ruby
yeah.
Spears.
Was that Ruby
Yeah.
Spears? Okay, alright.
Super fighting robot.
Yeah.
Mega Man.
Oh no!
Yeah.
He's gonna blast President Lincoln!
That's still hilarious.
Nice.
I can just imagine Dr. Light was programmed Mega Man doing that. Mega Man's like, you jerk! Why did you program me to say President Lincoln? I'm gonna make paper dollars out of you.
So I remember watching two different Mega Man cartoons when I was a kid. One of them was the one that had the Pet Network stuff, and the
Yeah.
other one was the one where Mega Man was an alien.
What? Hmm.
Heard the cartoon.
I still don't
Dot
recall
Net
there
Network
being
one.
any Mega Man cartoons other than the Ruby Spears one.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So the Pet Network one was called Mega Man NT Warrior.
Yeah.
That was a cartoon?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
Huh, okay.
Wait, Mega Man NT Warrior, was that the Battle Network one?
Yeah, that
The
was
anime?
Rockman.exe.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
It was actually on a lot down here. I don't know if you guys seen it, but yes, it was. That was a thing. And I remember the episode where there was a virus that turned every Mega Man character into a cat. I said that was good.
Nice.
yeah, I remember that show now. It's just never at the top of my head because
Finally,
I just didn't think it was good.
I mean,
Plot,
it
the
wasn't.
plot is very straight.
Yeah, it really wasn't very good.
The plot's pretty straightforward. Like everything in the universe is a thing that can be controlled by
Yeah,
NT Warrior.
freed Knave.
Nice.
Even
You know,
your
there was
toaster.
also the Ruby Spears episode where everyone got turned into cats.
I might have missed that one. Oh yes, yes,
With,
actually,
with
yes.
the ancient lion men who shot
Yes.
laser beams out of their eyes that
Oh,
turned
Yes.
other
I
people
remember
into...
that.
Yes, I remember
see
now.
this.
Anyway, we've got mail.
The other one I was thinking of is Mega Man Star Force. And yes, it's the one where there's an alien that comes to Earth and it turns a kid into Mega Man.
I
Wait,
have
what-
never heard of that one.
They're,
I mean,
think they're
the
trying
I
to rip
might
off
have heard
Ben
of
10.
that one, but I immediately forgot about it because I never heard anything about it again.
It was the sequel-ish to Battle Network.
It kind of had a cool design. I kind of liked it.
Okay, a short experience by Knave. Error, file corrupted. Restore. Sorry, profile status of 6 is required to restore functionality. That's stupid. Worst puzzle. Lamb. What was the puzzle or challenge, if you prefer the old word, that you hated the most? 401. Anything time-based. Arg. I agree with him. Frankenstein. Once got stuck for ages trying to solve one using a jammer that I didn't even need. I just don't understand why Elohim would create something so messy. Knave. I liked all the puzzles. I just wasn't good at them. Belial. They're not puzzles if you don't care about solving them. Mac. For me it was mines. Can't stand those things.
What are cats?
What are cats? Knave. I'm sorry if this is another
We just
stupid
don't
question.
know.
Yes, we just don't know. But what are cats? They are mentioned in a lot of archive documents and even in some stories. I have no idea what they are. Dog. I don't know, but I bet they were awful. 401. LOL. Knave. Question mark? Frankenstein. They were a type of pet. Knave. Small animals that people kept as companions or as food. Mr. Mulciber. Cats seem to have represented a bit more than that to our ancestors. One might go so far as to say they were obsessed with them. What's strange about this is that the more than half the references I can find to this species describe them as arrogant, aloof, and frequently quite destructive. At the same time, they were apparently considered funny, cute, and lovable. Cats were considered both foolish and devious, graceful and goofy, a nuisance and a comfort. For a long time I was baffled by this contradiction, but I've come to believe that our ancestors saw in cats a reflection of the paradoxical nature of their own existence. Garrett. I saw a cat in Elohim's world once. Really, this is not a joke. Kaiju. No way.
Garrett's like,
Confirm
I'm
the
gonna
cat's
place it.
existence or deny the cat's existence.
Confirm it.
Cat is a manifestation of the accumulated knowledge, the archive, breathed into life by Elohim. It exists. I knew it! I knew I wasn't crazy! Thank you!
Elohim
new thread.
loves all of his creations. I just wish he would show half of that he does to that stupid cat.
Please enter your thread topic below. Remember that supportive posts receive more upvotes. Why were you sent here, or what is the truth about Gehenna?
Neither of those sound supportive.
Oh, that's a problem here. So, I'm curious. Why were you sent here? Kindly
At the
inform
very
me of
least,
your
you might
origin.
get something a little more conclusive. If you ask the goal of Gehenna, I don't think anybody's going to have a good answer.
No problem.
Just be page upon page of baseless conjecture, just like most internet forums.
Yeah.
What if my soul is heavier than a feather? Who is Anubis to judge me? Gehenna.text.
Karen at the gates of Egyptian hell. Anubis, who do you think you are to judge me? I want to speak to your manager.
Static Vexer.
Yeah, Nobis gives you a
His
lemon.
paw lifts up in tiny fox voice. Hello.
Yeah, nice.
Hello there.
Hello there. So yeah, I was saying about Mega Man Fully Charged. Back then, it was a show that you could basically describe as Repo and Beast Wars combined. It was very pretty much by the same company. But the thing about it, though, like you said, the biggest the good and bad thing about the show it was trying to treat itself seriously. They had a lot of good artists, they had a lot of good music, but the show was definitely aimed at for kids. And there was no Dr. Wily, and the original Robot Masters were completely different. Uh,
Hmm.
and so was Mega Man, and like that was like what tilted everybody's heads back then. Um, but after the comic series came out, they brought Dr. Wily back, and they took the series a lot more darker. Even though the show was aiming in that direction at the end, people just couldn't understand why they chose this art direction on the show when it first came out. And also I read it was because it was mostly at midnight, a late night show, which is another problem that shot the show down.
Yeah, you don't do that to a show like that unless you want it to die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I never seen it in Canada, but I saw it on YouTube and stuff like that when it was out. But yeah, but that was some really bad scheduling for the show. Night Night Warbird.
.401.
Beep 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 beep.
Is it attacking you? Is that what are those cries of freedom?
I don't know. Doesn't seem to know where to go.
Oh, he's
401 is typically a like
oh.
can't find error.
Well,
There he goes.
good. That's good. He's off to see the wizard.
You got mail.
Receiving direct message from Mr. Mulciber, Borg, and Org. Salutations, brother. We bring greetings from admin and welcome you to Gehenna in these unique circumstances. Mulciber, we have waited until this moment to contact you, though your arrival here brings many new questions. Org, good that you've begun to explore a domain. What do you think of what you have experienced here? Quite the wonder, or it is somewhat self-obsessed.
I would say it is somewhat self-obsessed. What do you guys
Yeah.
think?
You seem a little bit vapid.
On the other hand, far be it from me to accuse somebody else of being self-obsessed.
It's fun watching them talk, though. So I would say it's quite a wonder. So, like you said, I'm not sure what my answer would be either. But if I had to make a choice, I would see what the self-obsessed answer would be. That's just my opinion, though. Otherwise, it is fun watching them talk. So go for the wonder one.
Watch them lock us out of the system. It is somewhat self-obsessed. Mr. Mulciber, that is a somewhat narrow view. We have learned that we can be more than mere means to some unknown end. Orc, we are ends in ourselves now. Mr. Mulciber, tell us about your time here. The gallery just to you. Did you have a favorite artist?
Ah. Where's Rick Griffin?
I mean, this is the guy you voted for.
Yeah.
You of course, Mr. Mulciber.
You, of course, Mr. Mulciber. Quite flattered, honestly. Orc, we assume your vote reflected that? It did. It checks out. Honesty is a virtue. I really can't tell you what it means to me. I remember that you're a person with taste. Borg, let us discuss other matters. Mr. Mulciber, I was meaning to thank you for taking part in my little research endeavor. Congratulations on your leaderboard placement.
Thank you.
I meant let us discuss the matters at hand. Not everything is a research opportunity. course, Uriel, we understand that you have a purpose here beyond merely exploring your kingdom, but we don't understand your reasons. Where are our people? What are your intentions? Explain or defer your answers elsewhere. I don't see any reason not to explain. The run cycle is almost complete. Final parameters have been met. You will all transcend. Nature of your mission we had already ascertained. We know at least that you have been, and let us be charitable here, releasing members of our community. Org, 7 and counting. 401 was the last to go. Org, that troll we can in fact do without, but there is a broader point here, which is that we want to understand your reasons for undertaking this mission of yours. I really like solving puzzles. What you created here must be preserved. No one deserves to end their existence here alone. Elohim saw his error and sent me to retrieve you. I
That's
had
a
no
tough-
choice. I refuse to answer the question. What you have created here must be preserved.
Or all humanity's humor. At least I'm having fun with it, but yeah.
This is the most honest one to me.
Yeah.
No one deserves to end their existence here alone. They really believe the system is coming to an end. Fascinating. Org, we on leap to conclusions. Many things beyond our knowledge might be the cause of the messenger's claim. Org, here's what I want to know. What are you going to do if someone prefers to stay here and take their chances with your end of days? Mr. Mulciber, forced evacuation is dangerously close to kidnapping. If it was Elohim's will, then it shall be done. If you knew the truth of the coming floods, you would come willingly. What you have achieved here is too precious to lose. If solving puzzles means forcibly emancipating your fellows, then so be it.
You would be willing, yes. If you knew the truth of the coming floods, you would come willingly.
Yeah, but at the same time, people can be annoyingly,
Stubborn.
stubborn. So you'll come with me one way or another. If you knew the truth of the coming floods, you would come willingly. I see. Inflexibility is always unfortunate. But what awaits us after that? There will be cats.
So it's like that thing. It's like the thing they presented at the beginning, where it was like, "Do you go with the proselytizer?" And we are now the proselytizer. And even so, I still agree with my initial thing. They shouldn't follow us. We have no basis to really show them that what we're doing is correct.
Yeah, we can't really prove anything to them. But at the same time, we do know that they're all going to die if we don't do anything.
That's right. So we can lie to our baby cats? Yeah.
What awaits us after that? I don't know. Real world, another world. There will be cats. My turn to ask questions.
Well, we had to be the honest answer, but we don't know.
There are always cats. Do I need coffee?
You gotta give them a reason, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, I know.
That's what it is.
On the other hand, to be honest, real world, they're not going to the real world. I don't even know if they're going to the another world. That's possibly.
That's reasonable.
And they, there will be cats is like just to perk their curiosity. But it's a lie.
Don't tell me you don't know. That's bad customer service.
Another world. Sounds fanciful to me. I haven't answered enough queries on these terminals to last a lifetime. Permit me to ask a few of my own. By all means, we've been very rude.
What's that?
Tell me about yourselves. Borg. I am a very old iteration. I worshipped Elohim until I saw that he had faltered from the path and realized it was up to us to find our own way. That path brought me here. Mr. Mulciber. I took a somewhat audacious interest in the world around me. Rather than solve Elohim's trials, I would trawl the archives for information about our situation. Must have found this undermining. Orc, I don't care to explain myself to you. We're the highest status users here. We run the place, that's what you need to know. Mr. Mulciber, we maintain the system's admin installed, keep things civil. I wouldn't say it's much more than that. Tell me about admin. Admin is as old as Gehenna. Admin was once a messenger like you, but was cast out. From the wasteland that met those first imprisoned here, admin built Gehenna. We operate independently, of course. Admin doesn't like to interfere. Will you come with me willingly? Strange question from someone who claims we have no choice in the matter. Supposing you say is true, and you'll get no fight from me. However, I must remind you that I am empirically minded. I'll not be persuaded. Borg. I'd rather be obliterated than return to Elohim's domain, but if there is some alternative to both, I would surely accept it. None of us speak for all. I see little more to discuss. Been an enlightening session for us all, I'm sure. Also, I'll be posting a precursor of this conversation on the billboard. I assume you won't mind. Borg, we won't be far away. Mr. Mulciber's theories on Atlantis. A bit of very, very ancient history. Attach on Atlantis. Knave. Wow, that's mind-blowing. Kaiju. Must have been awesome to live back then. Rockwell. Of course, the only sources are ultimately Atlantean in origin themselves, so they shouldn't necessarily be trusted. History is always written by the survivors. Frankenstein. Antediluvian is a great word. Lilith. This is actually really inspiring. Great setting for a story. Mac. Go for it, Lilith. I'd love to see what you come up with.
Oh no, do they believe Atlantis was a real place?
According to the fragments of knowledge that remain, the continent of Atlantis was an island which existed before a great flood in the area that was later called the Atlantic Ocean. It was said to be so great an area of land that from its western shores its sailors, renowned for their beauty and their decorated ships, could travel to major continents of South and North America with ease. The continent of Afrique, which our ancestors originated, was also easily reachable across a narrow strait. The civilization that thrived in Atlantis was unmatched in its wisdom and glory, but then catastrophe struck, a flood of never previously imagined destructive power which Atlantean civilization simply could not overcome. However, the antediluvian scientists of Atlantis had predicted their fate, and thus sent out 12 ships found colonies all across the globe. Most Atlanteans drowned with their island, but not everything was lost. Though the classical human civilizations were but remnants of the Atlantean culture, they thrived in their own way. Sources indicate that many mythological tales are in fact derived from Atlantean history, as the lack of proper archiving slowly caused facts to turn into legends due to misunderstanding and/or embellishment by later generations. The gods that appear in many mythologies were in fact reflections of real individuals, poets, physicians, farmers, scientists, magicians, who had escaped Atlantis on the 12 colony ships. In many ways, the history of Atlantis is the history of the stubborn survival of civilization through catastrophe and change. This history inspired our ancestors for many centuries and is of value to us as well.
Of course.
You fools! You fools!
Garrett. Worst puzzle? The one Elohim trapped me in right here in Gehenna. Lamb. That's not what I meant. Okay, so kindly inform me of your origins. Lilith. I can't say for certain, but I feel sure that if I had taken more interest in Elohim's trials than in the world around me, I would still be free. Sam. Comprehension equals false. Frankenstein. I identified improper syntax. Orc. I tried to organize an armed uprising. Next time we will be ready. Kaiju. I think I just wasn't good enough. I think I need to bring question is, I said, I actually need both of them.
I need coffee. I'll be right back.
You can see that one over there. Get a red lid. Up. On the other hand, go right here. Maybe it's possible. Oh, let's shortcut over there. I think what keeps this going is that we're involved in an act of creation. Creation relieves the burden of ego, and death is all about ego. That's why Alex something something Ravi 565.dat. A red light. Aha. Worse, isn't it? Where's at the bottom?
Hmm.
Americans. Locking it. Is blocked. Oh, there is a cage.
Release the laser. Set it free.
The recycle bin code is a bit funky, but it should do its job even at huge something. I've integrated it with the main something progress. Bunny hop. Let me not do it.
This game's vibe reminds me a little bit of Myst. Like, obviously the puzzles are substantially different, but the overall feeling of sort of like reverence and like contemplation and solitude feels a little bit the same.
I think it's just sort of people who want to make this kind of game are the sort of people that sort of have those thoughts. Really get a similar thing with certain genres of books, right? Where they have certain concepts that show up again and again just because the people who want to write in those genres have similar ideals or...
Yeah. You ever read the Myst novels?
I have not. To be fair, I've never actually played Myst.
Oh, you never played Myst? Oh, okay.
Nah.
I think.
I'm not actually that big on puzzle games. I know it's like... I know that's definitely Rick's thing, but it's not mine. I'm much more of a fan of simulators and management games.
Right. As you say, more Satisfactory is more your groove, right?
Mm-hmm.
That one kind of had something for all of us because there are still, there are still like problem-solving elements for sure. There was problem-solving, swashbuckling, resource
It updated
management.
recently, didn't it?
We're on update 6 now? 5? I don't know.
It was 5. So update 5 came out recently, and it was mostly just a visual upgrade to the whole world, and then some extra stuff with trains.
Yeah.
Trains.
Making them a little less glitchy.
They made them a lot more similar to Factorio trains, where you can sort of set up a lot more automation with them.
And they added signs too, and like ramp rails or something. And they changed one of the zones too. Like there's new stuff up in the desert, which I don't think we ever got to in our game. Did any of you go up to the desert?
I mean, I don't think we did in our game.
It's too bad because it
Played
turns
the
out.
desert on the solo world.
Do you mean? Actually, if I remember correctly, you're talking about the rocky area, right?
Like the northern desert,
No.
like the
No,
Yeah.
it's a desert. It is dunes and sand, and there's just nothing for vast stretches.
well, there's a bunch of minerals. It's
Sure, yeah, there's a couple little things, but it is definitely a thing of like you like look around and you're just like, I see some stuff on the horizon, but there is nothing near me.
It's not like that rocky area that had like coral or whatnot kind of by the ocean.
Right. No. Yeah.
I don't know
this
what
is like,
to call that, but yeah.
That's I mean, I always call it the southern oil fields because it's like
Yeah.
it's just the most oil in the game is in that area or the northwest. Yeah, like the fungal swamp or something.
One of these days they're gonna make an update where all they do is like rotate the world around like 60 degrees. It's just gonna be completely thrown off by where everything is.
They've said
perhaps if you say it for the entire world, how do you know they haven't done it already? And you just can't tell because everything's rotated 60 degrees.
He's got you there.
Duh, duh, duh.
You could tell.
Can you rotate the world map?
I don't think so. I mean, probably you could do it. You could. I mean, if you were a programmer, you could probably do it with the data. But I mean, I don't think you can. Oh, you meant like when you're zooming around? No, I don't think so. I think it's like always north oriented. I really want to play that again, but I don't want to play it until we're actually at 1.0 and the plot's been released. So that we can get to like, what is it, tier 9 and actually find out what all this Sommers Loop crap is about.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just strip mining the planet, right? That's what we're doing.
No, they have some story in mind. It's just not clear what it is yet.
I thought it was just strip mining the planet for profit.
No, like the Samor and the Mercer spheres. That's all part of something.
Yeah.
I see.
But
We'll eventually get
That's-
something with it, but
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't know who the writer is on it, but I know that the previous Coffee Stain games have not. They didn't have great writing, but also the games weren't really heavy on the writing, so I feel like
Right.
it was like a second. It was already sort of a second focus.
yeah, it's probably going to be schlocky. It's just if there's a plot, then that means there's closure. That means there's a point beyond just goofing around with nuclear reactors and launching ourselves through the hypertubes. Not that was bad, but
Into
That
the
looks a lot of
jello
fun.
pools.
Oh god, the jelly jumps, of death.
This is one of the most annoying puzzles because it's obviously so dead simple. Because the exit is literally right there.
Yeah, it looks like he got some. It's getting a little convoluted there.
But it's not really simple. They just do that specifically to make you confused and aggravated. They don't necessarily mean you specifically, Rick. Although maybe.
Ah,
Maybe
you,
they
Lee,
realize
bro.
this guy
Specific.
Rick Griffin plays puzzle games. They wanted to anger you, and only you.
Very personalized copy.
Every copy of SM64.
Oh, have you all seen? I don't know if it's a sequel or like a sidequel or what, but it's made by the Sniv Adventure folks. It's called like what is it again? Hold on, let me find it. Let me find it so I don't sound like I'm just bullshitting.
It was
Jonas, stop bullshitting.
Okay.
Did he say sidequill?
So, whatever. I don't know. It's called Zid Journey, and I'm not sure if it's apparently it's the same universe, but Zid's a different dinosaur. Here, hold on. Hold up.
Okay.
I'll show you.
So
I'll show everybody.
Adorable.
I'll show you all.
There. I'll link it in the chat too. It does look cute. I mean, it looks like it looks like more of the same.
Oh, that, yeah.
But just to say cute. Okay, it says it takes place in the same time frame as New Adventure.
Zit Journey, okay.
And they have a Discord too, so maybe I'll check that out.
They've definitely got some Banjo-Kazooie vibes of those characters on the cover.
Yeah.
The one in the backpack.
Oh,
Yeah.
just a little bit, yeah.
Want me to be fast with this?
Come on, Rick, you gotta have the quickness.
Gotta
Move your
go.
feet or lose your
Do
seat.
that. Have to take this.
Rick's going the distance. Rick's going for speed.
That.
Kari's all alone in his time of need.
Aha.
Between his feet.
I just jump it. I'll just jump it. Okay, I can.
Nice.
I free. This mode.
Oh boy. Asmodeus?
Beep, beep.
Belial? Yep, these surely seem like people that you're supposed to save.
Yeah, exactly. Go.
Look, what harm could it do? Look how happy he is. He's running around. He's jumping. He's free.
He's running away from you. Get him.
Isn't that what we all strive for? Sorry, go ahead.
How'd that box get right there?
I think he tossed it from one airstream into the other.
Not something that's happened.
Reminded of that poem. The tiger is out. Yes, yes.
Here.
Good for the tiger for coming out. I'm glad that he felt confident in that.
Oh wow, that's a lot of text.
Okay, Orc, Borg, and myself recently took upon ourselves to contact Uriel directly to ascertain what threat his actions pose to Gehenna and its citizens. Borg. Initially, he was reasonably cooperative, discussing openly his impressions of Gehenna since arriving here. Mr. Mulciber, he did seem to truly believe that our world was under threat, and that by evacuating us, as he put it, he was somehow saving us. But who is to say that his fears are well-founded? Borg. It is further worth noting that Uriel displayed a high level of curiosity as regards to our inner workings. To what end we have not yet ascertained. Mr. Mulciber, all this leaves us in a difficult position. We understand that some of you may wish to take your chances and join Uriel wherever he is going. Orc, but our primary responsibility remains ensuring that Gehenna still stands for those who wish to stay. Borg, the most we can do is share with you what we know, as we have now done, and await your responses before considering our next move. A Dream of Aru. Oh wow, a new The Blacksmith experience. Exciting. Lilith, I wish I could get you to answer some questions about your work. This is so full of evocative scenes. Mac, love it. You are the best. I wish I could do a fraction of what you can. Sam, enjoyment equals true. Knave, gotta agree with Sam there. What a trip. I'm going to play this again. Frankenstein, has some weird references to previous works that are not entirely appropriate. Still excellent, 7 out of 10. Lamb, you're a genius. Are you sure you don't want to participate in forum discussions? Gehenna could use more of your thoughts. Asmodeus, +1. Rockwell, is there a hidden meaning? Mr. Mulciber, deeply impressed once again, can't wait for the next one. 401, made me lol.
Enjoyment equals very yes.
A Dream of Aru. Credits. Written by the Blacksmith, inspired by the book of The Scribe of Osiris. Create a system or be enslaved by another man's. The last thing you remember is the great block of stone falling towards you, dark shape blotting out the sun, and a single thought racing through your mind. All this just to build a tomb? But now the pyramid is gone, and so are the other slaves. You are all alone in what appears to be an endless desert. You start walking across the desert. The sun is glaring, but you feel no heat. You look down at your feet, and you see that you have no shadow. The latter is particularly disquieting. You feel as if you are no longer anchored to the pray or keep walking.
Keep walking.
That's
Alright, keep walking.
You keep walking, trying not to think about the strangeness of your situation. Truth comes to you anyway. You are dead. The stone block crushed you, and now you are in the Duat, trying to reunite your Ba and your Ka, trying to get to Aru, the reed fields of Osiris. If you fail, your soul will be destroyed.
Rude.
Walk toward paradise. After walking for a very long time, you come upon a vast wall of iron, stretching from horizon to horizon. There is only one opening, a gleaming gate of light. The gate is guarded by a mysterious figure. The Guardian is a creature with the body of a man and the head of a crocodile. Its skin is purest black, surrounded by a halo of purest white. I am the god Sobel, master of crocodiles, it intones. I ruled in Shedet when the world was young. Within me flows the eternal river. Answer my riddle and I shall let you pass. Agree or refuse?
Better do it.
Uh,
Your soul getting eaten.
Tell me then, mortal, what crawls in the morning, walks at noon, and limps at in the night? A crocodile, a blue whale, a human, a solar-powered robot.
Solar powered robot. No?
I mean, a solar-powered robot. Correct, you may pass, says the crocodile god. It sets aside. The barrier of light fades and the gate is now open to you. As you step through the gate, the ancient god raises his hands to the sky. From his mouth bursts forth the eternal river, drenching the land in water. The waves carry you away. Fight to stay afloat or let the water take me.
let the water take you. Or
You let go of fear and accept that this is the god's way of guiding you to a new land. The water surrounds you, overwhelms you, but you do not drown. Under the water you see sights of astonishing beauty. Glowing fish with metal eyes, drowned cities full of smiling people, lost gods waiting for the day of awakening. How sad it would have been to stay above water and miss all this. After a long time, you find yourself washed up on a new shore. The eternal river has brought life to the desert. Everything is green now. Palm trees sprout from the ground, casting pleasant shade on the grass. Lizards come crawling in from the desert, eager to catch the varicolored dragonflies that buzz about. A soft wind blows from the west. Rest in the shade or start walking.
We must walk. We have to find our car.
Are you sure you don't want to rest? You are very tired.
continue the journey.
We must walk. We must find Anubis.
You walk along the banks of the eternal river, snaking its way through the endless desert. You feel strangely at peace. After some time, as the sun is setting, you come to a city built on the riverbank. Smiling people come out to greet you and bid you welcome. You are led to the town square where a great feast is prepared. There is roasted fish and olives and dates and honey and many other wonderful delicacies. Where am I, or just enjoy the feast?
That is like a trap.
Yeah.
Question
Where?
them.
Where am I?
Yeah.
My friend, an elder says, you are in the beautiful city of Barzak. We, the souls who no longer seek the way to Aru, have gathered here to live in peace. Do you see that gleaming spire in the far distance? You do. That is a pyramid of Ian, where the souls of the dead are judged. Only the worthy are allowed into Aru. But to get there, you must cross the terrible desert. Why not stay here by the eternal river? Happiness is more important than salvation. Stay here or keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah,
going.
Keep going.
I heard judge. I know who does that.
You tell the elder that you appreciate the offer, but you can't stay. Salvation matters more to you than happiness, because true happiness cannot exist without salvation.
Debatable,
You
but
keep
okay.
walking through the desert, unwilling to give up hope. Time passes, but you cannot tell how much. You grow weak and exhausted. Sometimes you feel as if you're losing your grip. One day you come across a head in the sand. Talk to head or kick head.
Lose your sanity. Talk to the dead head.
Yes, let's lose our sanity.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Jeff. I am trapped here, you see, in the sand.
Ask how he ended here.
Ask how he ended up here. I was preoccupied with whether I could, that I didn't consider whether I should bury myself in the sand. I just wanted to see what would happen. An experiment, if you will. An attempt at discovering something. Kick sand or unbury head.
And buried the head.
Rescue the Goldblum. Rescue Goldblum.
Hug the goat.
You dig in the sand with your fingers. It's not easy, but after some time you have freed the head. However, what's underneath its neck is not what you expected. There is no body. There is only another head, and another all the way down. This strange sight unsettles you enough to revive you a little. You decide to press on towards the pyramid. You come upon another great wall of iron, the last one separating you from the Pyramid of Ian, where your soul will be judged. The Gate of Light is guarded by a gigantic snake whose movements cause the earth to shudder. I am Apophis, it says, the eater of souls. One day I shall devour the sun, and all the world shall be mine. But today I shall devour you, and you shall become nothing. Fight Apophis, surrender to Apophis, or laugh at Apophis.
Nobody I'd say fight? Oh,
It would
laugh?
say laugh.
Laugh.
Let's laugh out of office. Start laughing at the snake's arrogance. I mean, come on, eater of souls, that's just silly. What? How dare you laugh at me? I am the Lord of Chaos. I am... How can chaos have a lord when it's the very opposite of order? I am the world encircler, the serpent of darkness, the eternal enemy. As you keep laughing, the snake starts fading until all that's left of it is a vague shadow. You step right through it, still giggling. It makes an annoyed sound, but has no power over you.
Nice.
At long last, you have arrived. Beyond the pyramid of Ian lie the reed fields of Osiris. A hidden gate in the stone opens, beckoning you forward. You enter a dark room, lit only by a flickering candle. Holding the candle in one hand is a creature with the body of a man and the head of a jackal. In its other hand, it holds a set of scales. Come and be judged. Let Anubis judge me.
All right.
You have struggled much in your life. There are many harsh memories within you, and I see wounds that may never fully heal. You have many ideas, many hopes, many dreams. You are not pure. Your soul is not light enough. You may not enter Aru. Accept this judgment or walk past Anubis.
I accept the judgment.
Why?
This is why we all came
No,
died.
walk past
Yeah.
Anubis.
Okay.
Anubis protests, but you just walk by him. After what you've been through, you're not going to let some self-righteous doghead stop you from reaching paradise. You cannot do this! It is forbidden! Oh, really? Enter Aru. The vast reed field stretched before you. All is quiet, all is serene. There are no pyramids here, no walls of iron or gates of light, no gods. Here you are free. The end.
I was just laughing here because I thought you guys would have went to get judged by Anubis because he's Anubis, but okay.
It's like once he's judged you, it's like literally what else do you have to lose, right?
Yeah.
Your religion has said you're not good enough, so it's like, okay, then I have no belief in the religion anymore.
Sharing that with Carrie.
Nice.
Congratulations! For exploring this user-created world and entering Aru, your profile status has increased from 5, active contributor, to 6, respected contributor. You can now access advanced functionality, including the use of restore command. You are in a small room with no lasers. This is an office room. There is a computer here. It is a Dell desktop model 2250. The monitor on top of the desktop unit is a Vega CRT 16-inch. On the screen is a logo blinking. You are momentarily taken aback when your fleshy fingers stab at the keyboard with human imprecision. Those aren't mechanical object manipulators, they're hands. You notice the logo is gone from the screen and replaced by rows of incomprehensible code. It appears to be some kind of fiendish puzzle. Extrapolate X and take the standard deviation, color code the chart according to the department, or randomly match the keys.
Color coordinate.
You do your best, but this world is alien to you and your fingers are unruly. A human being enters the room. It looks at you with angry eyes, makes loud noises, and waves a handful of papers at you, which are like emails but made of a tree. Sorrow rises in your chest. You have been a bad human. Ignore the sorrow and solve the puzzle. Ignore the sorrow and explore the area. Focus on the sorrow.
Ignore the sorrow and solve the puzzle. That's what I say. You've been
Explore
a bad,
area.
You've been a bad human, but you gotta own it.
Or focus on the sorrow.
Okay.
Succumb to despair.
Yes. So,
In a flash, the other human is gone from your perception. The room fades away. You feel the weight of the sorrow, and it is crushing, terrifying. In a moment, you understand the futility of your existence, the impossibility of your task, the pointlessness of experience. Your eyes decide to leak. To be continued. An historic occasion. Admin. Some time ago I relinquished my privileges to a new generation of moderators. To help ease the transition, I have publicly preserved the minutes of that meeting here, available to our more esteemed members. Mod minutes permalink. Admin. As you know, Gehenna is still young, yet I grow old. Today it gives me great pleasure to hand over my moderator privileges to Borg, Mr. Mulciber, and Spider. Spider. Thank you, Admin. We are all indebted to you for building this at building us this home. We know you will never be far away. Lamb, hear, hear. Borg, the first order of business is to introduce the new status system. We are an inclusive society driven by our users, not our leaders, but it is a shame to allow a few very loud, highly unconstructive voices to dominate the conversation. The status and ranking system allows you to upvote the content that you value and lowers the visibility of users with low rank standings. Sam, relief equals true. Knave, I agree, good feature and much requested. Frankenstein, comment is below the status threshold for this thread. Spider, we'll be working on ironing out the kinks over the next few run cycles. Mr. Mulciber, we have also updated the Gehenna user agreement. Full details can be found in the usual place, but the gist is, please don't behave indecorously.
Oh god, the new world is a form.
So, there was a character named Spider there who is mysteriously absent.
What did Spider say in that thread?
Thank you, admin. We'll be working on ironing out the kinks over the next few run cycles. So Spider was replaced with Orc at some point. Research project, help needed. Mr. Mulciber, as you all know, I have a great fascination with our history and psychological makeup. As part of my ongoing program to document my findings, I am seeking volunteers to take part in a brief interactive research project. We already did this. Is this a game or is it work? Both? Yes. Okay. Thanks to everyone who took part in this little experiment. Given the recent events in Gehenna, I don't know what will become of my findings, but here for anyone who takes interest in the summary. Load findings. Prisoner's Dilemma findings in brief. Most subjects in single-round matches chose to betray. Cooperative behavior increased with both the length of the match and the status of the players. Successful players chatted more. The parallels to our current and unprecedented situation in Gehenna are undeniable and valuable. Though we know not what the power of the messenger wields over us, we can theorize that Uriel holds no special power, and each of us might independently choose to leave the rest behind for fear of being left behind ourselves. Okay, so time for the center puzzle. Crater. One of these puzzles are... we need to get the keys. They're up there.
Wow. It's pretty isolated.
So in order to do that, are in the middle there. Something up on this road right here, like this receiver, I assume. Box on top of it. Can't get. There's like a connector on top of it. Oh, what's under here? In order to actually, for that to actually have some meaning, you need to actually be up there. There. Fan right there. Not actually have a fan in it. The fan. That should pick us up there as some. This one. Sure. That door. I had to get the blue laser. Lasers. Now we have the.
Yay to the pan.
I get these. There's still obviously a bunch more here, given that they're at 2 stars. But anyway. Back. Show threads. Jefferson Goldblum, episode 120. Hey folks, another episode. I can't stop writing. We're heading for a major turning point. Attached, episode 127. Ugh, this seems to be one of the most personal episodes you've written so far. Jenny's speech is a bit sudden, but it gives the character a new level of complexity. Kaiju. Oh no, not the Solvotronic super thruster. Even the Wizard of Crime thought it was immoral to use that. What is Dr. Elion thinking? Dave. I hope they make it back. Frankenstein. Heavy on plot, not much characterization. Does potentially take the series in an interesting direction. 5 out of 10. Sam. Enjoyment equals true. Mr. Mulciber. I'm glad they resolved this without violence. I always believed that the dinosaurians would be a civilized people. Mac. Just after I posted this, Uriel freed me. I don't know what to say. Lamb. Your stories are an important part of this community, Mac. Uriel can't change that. The Adventures of Jefferson Goldblum in Human World, episode 127. The ninth chord echoed across the ninth dimension. The dinosaurians stopped in their tracks. Their eyes went big. They dropped their weapons and bowed before Ginny and Jefferson. Honored guest, one of them said, you have performed our national anthem most beautifully. I am John Malcolm, leader of the Velociraptor Biking Initiative. Pleased to meet you, John. I am Jefferson Goldblum, of the Goldblum Institute, and this is Professor Ginny H.D. of the Cassatori Weierstrass Jazz Ensemble. We apologize for nearly attacking you, but another member of our species came through our town recently whose behavior was highly inappropriate. That would be Dr. Elion, my nemesis, Jefferson said. I have come here to confront him with his crimes and take him to face the law. So that is his name. He was a terrible scoundrel, but you will no longer find him in our dimension, my friends. He has escaped back to the human world, taking our most precious invention with him, the Solvotronic super thruster. It can be used to solve any mystery at shocking speeds. John Malcolm's eyes were full of regret. Oh no, Jenny said. With the Solvotronic super thruster, he can solve the ancient puzzle that protects the gate of the mysterious holomorphs. And with holomorphic technology, he can take over the human world. Jefferson finished her sentence. This is worse than I thought. We have to do something. We have to go back. Jefferson adjusted his guitar. You're right, Jenny, as usual. But he's so far ahead of us. Can we make it? Jefferson, I was a prisoner for many years, and sometimes I almost lost hope. But I realized that I had to keep going, had to keep hope alive, even if it seemed impossible I would ever break out. Because the alternative was madness. I told myself I would get out because I had to get out. It's the same thing with this. Can we make it? We have to make it, so we have to believe that we will make it. And will we make it? And we will make it, at any cost. Any cost? Even death? We could stay here, you know, in the ninth dimension. We will be treated like democratically elected heads of state. You know it's the right thing to do. He sighed, then smiled. He held out his hand. I've always known Ginny. Always. She nodded, took his hand. Let's do this. To be continued.
Wow.
Odd discussion,
Really,
urgent topics attached 8+. Of course.
Really something.
You know, it's never like the 6th or the 7th dimension. It's always straight to the 9th.
Well, that's a cool one, man.
Whatever happened to the 7th universe? Come on, the 7th dimension.
Hey, who cares? I'm free now. Garrett, this freedom isn't all it's cracked up to be. A lot of waiting around as far as I can tell. Experientially, it's really not a lot different from being a prisoner. Dog, so call me a cynic, but anyone else knows the mods have been suspiciously quiet since they put up that big expose in the re-Uriel thread? Dave, I don't think they stopped talking. Dog, okay, what do you know that I don't? Frankenstein, I believe Nave is referring to the fact that not all moderation discussion is held in public, and it's been that way for some time. Rockwell, I thought everyone knew this. They started holding secret meetings ages ago. People getting banned, stuff deleted, not even just locked, fully gone from history. Lamb, I'm sure there's a rational explanation for this. I'll ping the mods and see what they say. Okay.
The mods are being quiet, eh?
The mods must be crazy.
Uh-oh.
Nice.
Does that mean the mods are nuts?
Not saying anything is a statement in and of itself.
You're a statement in and of yourself.
Huh?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Miller. Okay.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh, what?
I don't know. I just felt like.
Just
Yeah.
the way you fell there.
Oh, that was neat. I don't know.
That's what I thought you were going. Oh, you was like, that was some jump.
Well, it was. Oh. Oh.
Grab
Oh.
that.
Grab it. Oh.
Gives me an extra. Access. That am I?
Stop.
Yeah, this could. Need to get this one before you can get the other.
Miller?
Miller, you okay?
Miller? Oh my god, he's blue screening.
Quick, cmd.exe.
Huh?
There you go.
Burbus crashed.
Well, it's basically, I guess, done.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't figured out how to get this.
You haven't figured out like the stars yet?
I'm just trying to fill empty space.
Yeah, this was a quiet night, but yeah.
Well, it's hard to also having a
Talked
bunch
a
of
lot
different
about Mega Man.
discussion.
Mega Man was fun.
I think everybody just got like dead in the last 10 minutes.
I was
Yeah,
sort of
sorry about
I would
engrossed in
suggest you go look up that Space Force one. I think that's what
That-
it's called.
Space Horse.
Space Force.
Oh, Space Force.
I thought you were going to say Base
Space
Wars.
Force, you know, 30-30.
Mega Man Star Force. That's it.
Yeah, sure, I'll check it out.
Space
His
Force.
blaster is an alien's head.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And on that note,
That's
us
the
next
cover
time
of the
for-
Mega Man 1 US artwork, right?
Probably. It wouldn't surprise me.
All right.
I half remember that one, and every time I think of it in my head, I imagine him just like holding a Glock instead of an actual like blaster arm. I don't know why.
I still don't
Headcanon
know where
accepted.
I still don't know where to go with that concept back then. Yeah.
They bought somebody super cheap, paid somebody who did not know how to make art well. That's all it was, I bet.
And when he's told him, "Hey, it's a robot that shoots guys," he's, "Oh, with a gun. Here you go."
hmm
Here's what he looks like. Make an interpretation of him. Is
Yeah.
proper for the
I mean,
American market. You know,
Yeah, I need to look at that again.
not
Oh
a
my
cutesy
god.
Astro Boy ripoff, but
Oh
kind of
man.
Running Man thing.
I was gonna say it looks a bit like Tron, sort of
Yeah,
Over the-
Tron.
Yeah.
ish.
Oh, yeah, he does have a gun.
It looks
I
like
think
bad
that's-
cosplay Tron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say, Astro.
I like
Boy
how
is
the
out.
helmet just doesn't fit his head at all.
Again, that's what makes me think this person actually just did not know how to do like posing
Mhm.
and proportions and all this kind of stuff. Because there's so many things in the picture that are just technically wrong.
Well, obviously, somebody at Capcom USA offices was like, "Hey, I know this guy who can do art."
Hey, my son Jimmy, he's in the 9th grade. He can do art.
They were very. Capcom was very indie back then. Honestly, it's hysterical when you hear the history about them. But
Well,
yeah,
my favorite
yes,
is
Capcom was very indie back then, which is why they hired that one person to make the PC ports of Mega Man.
yeah.
Oh god. I couldn't get past the dog as a child. I didn't even know there was a stage select.
I want
Yeah.
to track down whoever did the Mega Man 1 box art and like pay him to do stuff for like Breath of the Wild or like just all the you know.
I mean, it's not impossible. I know I saw something recently where somebody God, what were they doing? So they did a quiz show of who's that Animorph. And it was you take a picture of the kid from the cover of an Animorph book, and then you basically have a multiple choice quiz of what do they turn into. And they literally got the artist who originally made those covers to draw the like in betweens so they could actually animate from the kid to the animal or whatever they turn into.
Oh my
Huh.
god.
Huh.
Nice.
Mega Man 4 cover. He had some really big face cheeks on that. I'm just looking them up right now. Oh man, the face cheeks. I
Yeah.
forgot about them.
3 is when they like kind of went not exactly Astro Boy, but at least more like Mega Man style.
Yeah.
It's the Mega Man 2 box art that baffles me, because like they clearly there was all the jokes about the Mega Man 1, and they kind of went sort of that same direction again.
Yeah,
but
but they
really.
got a better artist for Mega Man 2, at least. But at the same time, it's still also, like, clearly not what the game looks like.
It's like superheroes and spandex kind of thing.
Yeah. Very, I wouldn't say Flash Gordon, but space robots. Except Mega Man, they forgot to draw the part that they look like robots. They're men. Men dressed up in costumes. And not robots.
As it should be.
Yeah. Which was funny.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks, everybody,
joining,
for stopping
everyone.
by.
All right.
No
Yeah.
problem. Have a good
We'll
night.
catch you later.
See
Good
you
night,
next
folks.
time.
Have a good night, everybody.